Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very special and exciting Windstar Cruises webinar. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Manager here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. This webinar will run about 45 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we'll get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Andrea Mendelson. Andrea has been in the travel industry for several years, for more years than she can remember, starting her career in South Africa working for KLM Dutch Airlines before emigrating to Canada. She has worked for different facets of the industry, including Sabre, Rocky Mountaineer, and Fairmont Hotels before landing her dream job at Windstar Cruises, where she has worked since 2017. Andrea is the Regional Sales Manager for Canada, however, is available to assist any of Windstar's valued partners. And with that, take it away, Andrea.
Thank you so much, Anna, and thank you to CLIA for having Windstar Cruises share with everybody today how we truly are 180 degrees from ordinary. I'd like to welcome everybody as well, and again, share my information. Again, you heard Anna mention I am based in Canada, but again, if anybody needs to reach out to me, and you want to be put in touch with your regional sales manager, I will be able to do that or certainly help you with any information. So I hope with that you managed to grab some of my information. And again, I am so excited to share with you how Windstar Cruises is truly that 180 degrees from ordinary. We all know sitting at home with COVID, you're probably hearing from a lot of your clients now that they want to get back in the waters, they want to start sailing again. And of course, they don't want to have thousands and thousands of people or having to stand in line and elbow their way into different parts of the ship. That is our unique selling point. Windstar Cruises has always been about small ship cruising, and that is part of our 180 degrees difference in that we provide these small yacht style type of experience and ambiance on our ships. For those of you who don't know, we are a small cruise line company. We have 6 beautiful ships in our fleet. We have 3 of what we call our star class ships or our power yachts or our all suite ships. The picture that you see on the left-hand side of your screen, and on the right-hand side of your screen, that is a picture of one of our small sailing ships. We have 3 beautiful sailing ships. I am going to go through the details when we go further through the presentation. But what I'd like to do now is just put on a little short video, which hopefully will encapsulate the experience on Windstar. And then, of course, I'm going to come back to share a whole lot more with you. So just bear with me one moment and enjoy, everybody.
There are those places on Earth we call hidden gems, because big cruise ships can't find them. Places that few will see, but the ones who do will remember forever. Where we use our navigational skills to steer clear of the expected. These are the places only a Windstar cruise can take you. So unlike the big cruise ships that only go to big cruise places, Windstar takes you further and gets you closer to the tucked-away ports and pristine isles only itineraries designed for a smaller ship can reach. You'll chart your own course. Whether you're getting lost in the past, catching up with local culture, or going off on your own adventure, you'll always arrive back to the ship with plenty of stories to share. So why not try a dish you can't pronounce? Find a secluded spot to sunbathe. Bring home an ancient recipe as a souvenir. You'll visit all 5 senses before you hit the first port on the official cruise line of the James Beard Foundation, with exceptional locally sourced dishes, prepared by world-class chefs. From dining al fresco to coffee with the captain, you'll enjoy welcoming, highly personal service that's been named the best on the seas. Because at Windstar, we believe the smaller the ship, the grander the journey, for travel that's 180 degrees from ordinary. Welcome aboard.
So I hope, everybody, that put things into perspective for you and that you're excited to see what else I have to share with you. Let me carry on sharing my screen and just get my word, just hold on. Let's just hope that this moves over. Yes, it does. So with that, video, I hope it kind of gave you a sense of the small ship experience as I spoke with you about. And what does that really mean? Because we're small, we're able to go into the small little off the beaten path places. And we truly believe we're taking travelers in a different direction. Irrespective of whether we go to some of the same ports that the big cruise ships go to, we will probably dock around the bay or around the corner where we don't have thousands and thousands of travelers and tourists. For us, we take you to those off the beaten path places, to captivating places. And in many instances, some of your clients might think, well, I didn't even think you could go to these places with a ship. That is what Windstar does for you and for your guests. And we truly go, as I say, beyond the reach of those other ships. In many instances, and here is a beautiful picture of Alaska, we were the only ship in these small little places, in these unique little ports of call. We didn't see any of those other big ships. So this is truly an immersive, authentic experience in the destinations and the unique destinations that we take you and your guests to. We want guests to see what they set out to see in the first place. So when we get into port, very often early in the morning, and we very often leave late at night, our guests can immerse themselves in that destination. It's not a situation where we get them to dash in, take a picture to prove that they were there, buy a souvenir, maybe have time for a quick drink, and then what? They have to stand in line to get back into the tender, to get back to the ship. With Windstar Cruises, in many instances, again, we're able to dock very often right in port. How easy to get off the ship and back on again. Or if we're not right in port and we're very close by, it'll be a short tender ride in. So people are not on the tender for hours and hours. If they leave something on the ship, they've left it there, they don't want to go back. It is just easy. And with that, we're truly going to create memories that are going to last a lifetime. I do want to carry on talking to you about that 180 degrees from ordinary difference that Windstar provides. And I want to talk to you about traveling in understated elegance. What do we mean by that? No formal nights on Windstar. I think gone are the days where people, particularly men, want to have to get dressed up in a jacket and tie. Who wants to be in Tahiti? Who wants to be in the Greek Isles? Who wants to be in the Caribbean and have to dress up? No formal nights, no making reservations in our main dining room. So wouldn't this be wonderful? Spending time in a beautiful destination and not having to rush back and think, my seating is for 6:30 tonight. I've got to leave what I'm doing. I've got to get back to the ship. I've got to get all dressed up and be sitting down to eat by 6:30. With Windstar Cruises, we say, come at your leisure. Come during meal hours. Don't make a reservation in the main dining room, and we will be able to accommodate you. If it's just for two people, if you've met, or if your guests have met wonderful friends and they want to sit at a table for 6 or 8, we can do that. The one other thing that I do want to mention is that we also have 24/7 room service. It is complimentary. So if your clients decide they've had a full day and they're a little bit tired and they don't feel like going to the dining room, but they certainly want to eat from the menu, if they order room service during meal hours from the dining room, from the main dining room, we will serve them course by course as if they're sitting in the dining room. So it's not just one ring at the doorbell with one tray with salad and a starter and an entree and a dessert, and we say, enjoy your meal. Here we will serve them course by course as if they're sitting in the dining room. For us at Windstar, it's all about those relaxed days. Your clients, and again, I'm going to say, hopefully you, when you come and sail with us, have earned this amazing, phenomenal vacation. It's none of this frenetic urgency, being first in line in the tender, being first in line in the lineup to get onto the tender. Nobody has to pull the short straw and go and put a towel on the deck chair. We've got room for everybody, and that's what this is all about, those unregimented days. Because we're small, we talk about the freedom from crowds. And as I said to you in the very beginning, nobody wants to sail any longer with those thousands and thousands of people. But I also want to qualify that and say, if you're going to sell a cruise to somebody and it's a huge, big ship, I have no doubt they're going to have a phenomenal experience. It might not be that 180 degrees difference where we want guests to interact with our crew, to have that ambiance where they're traveling with like-minded people, where they will see the same people over and over and probably make lifelong friends. That is what our experience is all about. We're able to anticipate our guests' needs. On day 2, we know your guests' names. We know their preferences. How are we able to do that? Well, we have a ratio of crew to guest 1 to 1.5. So you can imagine the exemplary service. I know there's no such thing as half a person, but with 1 crew member catering to 1.5 guests, just think of that kind of intimate service that they're going to experience. And we want all our guests to feel like they're on their own private yacht. We have an open bridge policy that I'm going to talk about. We want your guests to engage with our crew and have that true experience as if they're sailing on their own private yacht. Now, that's all very well. People say, well, that sounds fabulous, but I wonder what the food is like. And I'm sure after all your sessions and all your webinars and all your training, every cruise line, every rail company, every airline is going to say to you, our food is the best. Well, I am also going to say that our food is absolutely fantastic, but I can substantiate that because we are the exclusive and long-term partners of the James Beard Foundation. James Beard is an American organization that recognizes globally top chefs, top sommeliers, and those people come and train the Windstar crew and the Windstar chefs how to create these delectable and mouth-watering meals that we provide to your guests. What this picture is over here that you're seeing is this is one of our themed crews. So if you've got those true Epicurean culinary foodie guests that truly want a foodie experience, why not book them on one of our themed James Beard Foundation themed cruises, where they're going to have James Beard Foundation chefs doing cooking demonstrations, having dinner, wine pairings, whiskey pairings. But what you're seeing here is one of the James Beard Foundation chefs is doing a shop with chef session. These are complimentary. We take about 26 guests at a time because Windstar also has to replenish. So when we go into the little markets and the little villages and the little towns, they go and choose food with the chef, and then we bring it back, of course, and create these mouth-watering dishes for your guests, and again, hopefully for you. So I hope that you've all had lunch and you're not starving when you see all these beautiful pictures, but truly the food is exceptional. I spoke to you about an open bridge policy. How often are people able to go into the bridge and have coffee with the captain? We have a special brew coffee in the morning, so they go and have coffee with the captain in the morning, or at night when we're sailing under the stars. Understandably now, with the health and safety protocols, we do limit the number of guests at any one time, but you're not going to find red rope or yellow tape restricting people from going into the bridge. We want them to come and see and experience as if it's on their own private yacht. All 6 of our ships, whether it's the sailing ships, whether it's the all-suite ships, have our water sports platform. We're only able to lower it, of course, in warm waters and when it's safe to do so, and when we're not docked right in port. But what a wonderful experience. Your clients can go into the destination, have a wonderful time, do shopping, come back and take advantage of the water sports experience here. All the water sports except for scuba are complimentary. So snorkeling, kayaking, paddle boarding, skiing, it's on a first come first served basis. We have all the equipment. What a wonderful experience this is. Really, this is something that I encourage you to really get your clients to do. And I've got a few pictures here because you might have clients that say to you, well, I'm not that sporty or I'm not that adventurous. Well, they can just float on our flotation mattresses. There is something for everybody. I'd like to put on another video now, which again will give you an idea of what the experience is. So sit and enjoy, and I'll be back shortly again. That is not the video that I wanted you to see now, everybody. The wrong video came on, so I'm just going to carry on with my presentation, and we'll play that in a little while when I need it to play for you. So let me talk about and address our health and safety protocols. Because we're 180 degrees from ordinary, we're calling our health and safety protocols beyond ordinary care. This you will find on our website, and if you need a customizable flyer to send out to any of your guests, just go onto our website or reach out to me. We can get this information to you. And albeit the fact there is a lot of information here, I am not going to read it all because you can get that information. But I do want to stress that we are working very, very closely with the epidemiology department of the University of Colorado's Anschutz Medical Center. And we have a multi-layer strategy. The most important thing that you do need to know that in order to sail with Windstar, every guest has to be fully vaccinated and have proof of that at least 14 days prior to boarding the ship. We will do a test, an antigen test prior to boarding at the pier, and if that comes back negative and everybody's got their proper COVID vaccination information, we will board them on the ship. On board, we have implemented and installed on all our 6 ships a HEPA filter, which is the HVAC system where we have included a UVC light, which is a double whammy to kill all viruses, including coronavirus. We are constantly spraying with an EPA-registered hospital-grade sanitizing solution. We have got reduced capacity. Dining venues are going to operate at reduced capacity. Windstar Cruises always traveled with a medical person on board, with a doctor on board. We now have 3 full-time medical staff on board all our ships, so that is really going to be comforting. All our crew has to be vaccinated and they're going to be constantly tested. With our shore excursions, I've mentioned to you so often, we are small, so our shore excursions are small, and that's why guests get the opportunity to get to see what they set out to see in the first place. These are also going to be operated at limited capacity and sanitized after each of the sessions. Let me talk to you about our beautiful fleet. Our Windsurf is the grandest, biggest ship that we have. She's the largest sailing ship in the world, and she is ours. Now, you're going to notice that when I talk about the names of the ships, anything that has the name Wind in front of it is going to be one of our beautiful sailing ships. You can see here she's got 5 masts, 7 sails, and of course you can get all this information not only online on our advisor hub. We've got printed brochures. I'm not going to talk to you about all those details. What I want to talk to you about is the experience. So you might be looking closely here and think, wow, the ship looks absolutely spectacular. But I'm looking and I don't see any balconies. And I'm going to say to you, you are quite right. On these wind ships, it is by design. There are no balconies. These are our beautiful sailing ships. And many of your guests are going to turn around and say, well, you've booked me before on many cruises, and you know that I will only sail on a ship that has a balcony. I would hope and love for you to turn around and say, hang on a second. Look at this itinerary that Windstar has got that I've put in front of you. You're probably going to go to a destination that you didn't even think you could get to on a ship. Look at these off the beaten path places that you can't go to on a big cruise ship. Don't forgo a beautiful vacation because there isn't a balcony. Windstar wants you to feel like you're on your own private yacht. Go anywhere on the deck, grab 2 deck chairs. Make that your balcony. If you're traveling with friends, grab 4 deck chairs. Make that your balcony, but don't not go on those beautiful ships or experiences because there isn't a balcony. We also have 2 other wind class ships called our Windstar and our Windspirit. These are sister ships. They are both smaller ships and they accommodate 148 guests. I omitted to tell you that the Windsurf takes 342 guests, and that is the maximum number of guests that Windstar carries on any one journey. So you can just well imagine. With 148 guests, I mentioned to you the ratio of crew to guest is 1 to 1.5. We have 101 crew catering to 148 guests. These wind class ships only do well in warmer climates. So we very cleverly have deployed them to the Caribbean, to Tahiti, to the Greek Isles, to much warmer climates. So we also have our Windspirit that is dedicated to Tahiti, an all-year-round program. So for those of you who thought, well, there's just Paul Gauguin and some other cruise lines that go to Tahiti, please remember the fact that Windstar has an all-year-round program there. Wonderful, wonderful experience. Then we have our star class ships. We like to say no other stars shine so bright. And these 3 sister ships are all the same. They came to us from Seabourn Cruises. And when we purchased them in 2014 and we put them in the water after millions of dollars of renovations and refurbishments, they carried 212 guests. The Star Breeze, the Star Pride, and the Star Legend. And I hope you can see from this picture here, we do have some suites, because these are all suite ships, have balconies. However, I hope you're also all aware that about a year and a half ago, we announced our $250 million Star Plus initiative. And what is that, you might ask? Well, we took all 3 of our Star Class ships into a shipyard in Palermo, Sicily, and we did something quite remarkable. Not only did we refurbish every single bathroom in all the suites, not only did we add 2 new specialty restaurants, not only did we refurbish the engine room, the spa facility, the fitness facility, the retail facility, but as you can see from this picture, we split the ships, we stretched them, and we added in a prefabricated 84-foot section that allowed us to increase our capacity by 50 additional suites, giving us the capacity for another 100 guests. So now that these beautiful ships have been put together and are out sailing in the waters again, they accommodate 312 guests instead of 212. Now, many people say, well, why did you make the ships bigger? I mean, we could go into places like the Corinth Canal and all these little places that only small ships can go to. Well, we can still go to all those destinations because we haven't widened our ships, we've just lengthened them. So some of the changes, I wanted you to see 2 of the beautiful sister ships side by side after their beautiful refurbishment. The Star Breeze and the Star Legend are sailing now. The Star Breeze is in Tahiti. She's going there. Even though I mentioned to you the Wind Spirit, the sailing ship, is there, our Star Breeze is also in Tahiti because the Wind Spirit is going for refurbishment. So if you have guests that want this suite experience in Tahiti, she will be there until March 2022. This is a picture of one of the new suites that we have. What we've done is, instead of when you on the original suites where you walk in and the bed is by the front door, we have put the bed by the window. The important thing to know on every single Windstar ship, everybody, is that every single suite or stateroom is an ocean view. Windstar doesn't know what an inside cabin is. So no matter what kind of suite or stateroom your guests are going to get, if they all have on our Star Class ships, if they have a balcony suite, or if they just have a window, it is always going to be an ocean view. This is a picture of our refurbished amphora dining room, which is the main dining room on all our ships. Again, I want to reiterate, no reservations required. This is where our guests will eat both breakfast and lunch on our veranda cafe. They can eat either inside or outside. And as you saw, it is buffet style. But if anybody says, I'm on vacation, I don't want to have to go and serve myself, well, they don't have to. Anybody can order a la carte, and we are going to serve them at their table. And the important thing to know here is that because we're small, we don't have to prepare thousands and thousands of meals in advance and keep it hot in some oven. And when somebody wants it, we've got to warm it up and bring it to them. Here, everything is served a la minute. So they order, we prepare it, and we bring it to them. At nighttime, we convert our veranda cafe, both outside and inside, into what we call Candles, one of our specialty restaurants. And you can see we've even changed the furnishings to actually change the ambiance. This we do require, here we do require guests to please make a reservation because we want everybody to have a chance in the specialty restaurant. But on Windstar Cruises, there is no surcharge in any of our specialty restaurants. Here is an example, or this is one of the restaurants, one of the new restaurants that we've added on to our Star Class ships. It's called Quadro 44, and it's actually the address of where the restaurant is on the ship. In collaboration with Chef Anthony Sasso, he's a 13-year veteran at a Michelin star restaurant in New York. He has created this tapas style. It's a casual Spanish style restaurant where you can go and your guests can either have starters, they can go for a main meal, they can go for the whole evening, they can choose to go for starters and sangria and then go to amphora for their main meal, come back for dessert. It is fabulous. And the second specialty restaurant that we've added on, for a total of 3 specialty restaurants, is in collaboration with Star Grill Master Stephen Raiklin. And this is a bit of a twist on traditional barbecue and world barbecue. So some delicious, and this is a picture of dining outside. I know this is during daylight, but can you imagine under the stars? It is absolutely spectacular. One of the nights that we do is really, we're known for this. This is our signature deck barbecue. We close down all the restaurants and we have this phenomenal deck barbecue with the most incredible food. And afterwards, there's dancing with the crew, and it is just, many people say that this is the highlight of their cruise. I do want to address what is and isn't included on Windstar Cruises. I used to say, well, you know what, we're not a fully inclusive cruise line. I've got some exciting news. Our prices now reflect two pricing, and I'm going to show that to you, either cruise only or cruise with a twist. So hear me out, everybody. If it's just cruise only and somebody just wants to buy a beverage package, they can go ahead and do it. And if you sell it at least 7 days prior to departure, you are going to earn 10% commission. For just a beer and wine package, it is $49 US per person per day plus a 15% gratuity. And they have a choice of 33 wines, 13 of them are premium wines. For just $10 more, they can get the captain's exclusive beverage package, which includes not only the wine and the beer, but also the hard alcohol as well. Something exciting that we have just introduced, and this is what you're able to make an all-inclusive, as if it's an all-inclusive package for your clients. They don't have to worry about gratuities. They don't have to worry about what they drink. For $79 per person per day, they get the beverage package, the captain's beverage package, which includes all the hard liquor and beer and wine. They get unlimited Wi-Fi on one device. They get gratuities included as well, which is normally $14.50 per person per day. This works out to such a fantastic deal. And again, if you sell this in advance, everybody, you're going to earn your 10% commission on the Wi-Fi and the beverage package. So here is what you're going to see when you now go onto a pricing grid with Windstar Cruises. You are going to get the cruise only price, or you're going to get the all-in price, which is the $79 per person per day. So on a 7-day or on a 10-day itinerary, as this example is over here, it would be the cruise price plus an additional $790. And then your clients do not have to worry about a thing. So you might be wondering, well, I wonder who the typical Windstar guest is. Let me say to you, if you've got those river cruisers out there, people who love that small ship ambiance, they want to go to little places, they don't want thousands of people, this is the cruise line for them. We're like a river cruise, but we're on the ocean. Now, you might be looking at this multi-generational crowd here, and you might be thinking, well, this doesn't really tell me the age group. Let me say that everybody is welcome, but we do not confirm children under the age of 8. We're too small to have children's meals. We don't have zip lines. We don't have racetracks. We don't have Disney characters. So you might find a young couple that have said to their parents or to their in-laws, you look after the grandchildren, we're going on Windstar. So again, you are going to find young crowds, but you will not find young people, but you will not find young children. For us, it's all about getting authentic in a destination, immersing yourselves in that destination, and again, in that unpretentious, unstuffy way. Again, people are going to travel with like-minded people in an intimate, small ship experience. So those are the clients that you need to seek out. In the little bit of time that we have left, because I've got a lot of information to share with you, I do want to highlight some of our destinations. Please know that this is not all the places we go to. We have a brochure that you can order online, a paper brochure, printed brochure, or of course you can go to our website and see all the amazing destinations that we do go to. Some of them that I do want to highlight for you, Greece is our most popular destination. Imagine sailing from one beautiful Greek island to one Greek island, and you might be thinking, yeah, I'm sure they go to Santorini and Mykonos, which, let's be honest, everybody, fabulous. But we also go to little places like Nafplio and Monomvasia, places that you think, I didn't even know about these places. Those are the ports of call that Windstar goes to. Look at this wonderful destination that we've got, a new itinerary that we call Footsteps of Faith in the Holy Lands. And it goes from Athens to Athens, but for the first time, we're cruising to Limassol in Cyprus. We're going to Israel. We're going to Haifa and Ashdod. We're going to Port Said in Cairo and Alexandria in Egypt. So again, this is going to be a spectacular offering. I encourage you to look. We go May and October, so please do check these out. Northern Europe, Wow, we go to places like Scandinavia, wonderful ports of call. We also go to Russia, but one of the ports that I do want to talk, or one of the fabulously very popular destinations that we go to is Iceland. You all know what an expensive destination it is. We do many 7-day round trips from Reykjavik to Reykjavik. They're going to get this whole juxtaposition and see the whole country. Look at these different sights and sounds. It is absolutely a wonderful itinerary to have your guests do. Many of our guests love to go to Costa Rica and Panama Canal. I will tell you that I was fortunate enough to have this experience. We were in the experience. When the locks opened and closed, we rose up and down with the water. Behind us was a huge big cruise ship, and I have no doubt those guests were having a wonderful time, but they were leaning over the banisters looking down at this marvel, at this engineering feat. I will tell you that guests on Windstar were truly immersed in the experience, and that is the difference. Caribbean, you might say to your guests, listen, it's been a long time. You want to get a quick getaway. Why not go? The airfare is great. And your clients might say to you, oh, you've sent me there so many times. I've been to Miami and Fort Lauderdale. And I've been to a private island, a day at sea, and then back to Miami. Please take a look at Windstar's Caribbean's ports of call. Yos Van Dyke, Little Bay, Montserrat, Virgin Gorda, Bequia. We go to St. Bart's. So when people say Caribbean, and they say, no, I encourage you to ask them to look at Windstar's Caribbean. Absolutely fantastic. So just some of the different places that I just want to highlight for you and just give you a taste of all the different sights and sounds. Going with Windstar is not just about beach and sand and sun and sea. We truly go to many UNESCO World Heritage sites, some beautiful, colorful ports of call. So it's not just, again, going to a beach and lying on the sand with Windstar Cruises. Tahiti, as I mentioned to you, we have an all year round program there. I do want to show you a video. That was the video that was going on. I just want to share this with you very quickly and see if this is the right video. So just bear with me very quickly, everybody. And it is. I want to whet your appetite.
Tahiti. What better way to explore a nation of islands than by yacht? A Windstar yacht. Sail into small bays big ships can't reach. Explore beaches on uninhabited motus. There is nothing between you and the real Tahiti. Paddle, swim, or snorkel right from a yacht built specifically for Tahiti on a line that was voted the world's best small ship cruise line. Hop ashore to the enchanted landscape of Moorea. Raiatea's lush forests and black pearl farm. Play in the bathtub-warm lagoons surrounding Bora Bora's exotic peaks. Let Windstar take you into these unique island paradises with overnight stays at most. Thoughtfully designed staterooms, exquisite yet relaxed dining experiences, unforgettable private events, and a crew that never stops finding ways to make you feel like you're on your own private yacht. Make this the ultimate way to experience Polynesia. Just an 8-hour flight from LAX to Papeete, or 9.5 from Sydney, Windstar is here year-round. Choose from 7, 10, or 11-day itineraries, with plenty of options to extend your stay on shore. See and experience the most of Tahiti on the world's best small ship cruise line.
So again, I hope that, as I say, whet your appetite and that you know we have an all year round program. And again, if anybody wants to get their guests to experience the Star Class ships, we are there until March 2022. What we do is a 7-day around Tahiti. We do the Society Islands, and if they choose to stay on for 10 or 11 days, we then incorporate the Tuamotu Islands as well. So lots of opportunities. Mediterranean, wonderful, beautiful opportunities to go and see beautiful Europe. just some spectacular destinations. And again, I'm not going to talk about too many details, but look at the different places that we go to. Malaga, Gibraltar, Cadiz, we do Barcelona, Lisbon, we do Monte Carlo as well. And for those of you who have clients that are interested in the Grand Prix in Monte Carlo, we have an exclusively themed cruise that goes in May every year, and we overnight in Monte Carlo. So look up about that fantastic port of call that we go to. Treasures of Southern Spain and Portugal. We do Spain, Morocco, Portugal. And when I mentioned to you initially that we get guests to see what they set out to see in the first place, one of the ports or one of the shore excursions that we do is in a place called Agadir, Morocco. We get guests to go and see goats in trees. Can you imagine if a huge ship had to dock in port? Hundreds of people want to see this. Nobody would get to see a goat in tree. But with our small little shore excursions, we're able to get guests to see everything that they set out to see in the first place. Italy, we've got some phenomenal Italian itineraries, but you know how popular Croatia is. We combine not only our Italian itineraries, but also we do Greek itineraries in combination with Croatia. We do the Dalmatian coast, the Adriatic Sea, some exquisite ports of call, destinations, and again, places that you probably think, I didn't know that you could go there. Look at these places again in the Mediterranean. I spoke to you about that. We are so excited to be going to finally to Australia and New Zealand. We wanted to start in 2020. Well, we all know what happened there. So please look for our beautiful sailings that also incorporate Asia. Fabulous. I have had the opportunity to do Japan with Windstar Cruises and really going to little places that is not just going to Tokyo and Osaka and places like that. Beautiful little ports of call. Alaska, what an experience. Talk about that true, authentic Alaska experience. Take a quick look at some of the ports of call that we go to that the big ships can't go to. Tracy Arm, Endicott Arm, Indian Islands. I have to tell you that we were the only ship there. And I spoke to you about being in warm, calm waters where we lower the water sports platform and people can take advantage of the water sports. Well, what do we do on Windstar Cruises? We have our signature expeditions. We travel with 6 expedition experts. They range from glaciologists to botanists to phenomenal wildlife photographers, and they are traveling with our guests throughout the journey. They engage with our guests during meals, and in not warm waters, in the cold waters here in Alaska, we're able to lower the water sports platform and launch our 6-person kayak or our two-person kayak or our 6-person zodiacs right up close and personal with the scenery. This is just you and Alaska. I also want to very quickly talk to you about what we call our Star Collector voyages. And this really is just a fancy name for our back-to-backs. Nowadays, I'm sure you're experiencing your clients saying, listen, I've been cooped up for too long. I don't just want a cruise for 7 or 8 or 10 days. We have cruises ranging from 56 days, 38 days, 19 days, 79 days that I'm going to show you. What I do want you to know that any cruise that is 13 days or more, we provide your guests with free daily laundry. So when they say to you, a 56-day itinerary in the Caribbean, I can't possibly take that amount of baggage or luggage with me. All you need to say to them is take a normal size suitcase, unpack once. Windstar is going to take you to all these places. I know too many for you to take in the short time. But what a wonderful experience that we are going to do their laundry for them daily, so they have nothing to worry about. Look at this lovely itinerary. Culinary capitals here we go. Culinary capitals of Spain and France. May the 6th, 2022, 23 days on this beautifully newly refurbished Starbreeze. This is another stunning itinerary where, let me just move my, here we go, where not only we start in Spain, we go to France, and we actually sail along the Seine River. We do the whole of the Seine River before going to Bruges and ending in fabulous Amsterdam. Another one here, extended Great Barrier Reef and Indonesian explorations. I do want you to know that this is just a few samples of the many, many itineraries that we go to. And of course, you're going to get cruise ships that go to Melbourne and Sydney. But look at these little ports of call: Lizard Islands, Port Douglas, Middle Percy Island, look at these unique places that we take your guests to. Did you know that you can actually start a cruise in Edinburgh? This is a stunning itinerary, endless days of the North Sea and Iceland. I spoke to you about Iceland, so look at this itinerary. Starting off in Edinburgh, they're going to get to see beautiful ports of call in Norway, the Faroe Islands, and they're going to end with that 7-day round trip in Iceland, Reykjavik to Reykjavik. Fantastic itineraries. And I do want to leave these star collectors by mentioning to you the 79-day itinerary on the newly refurbished Star Legend. It'll be July 25th, 2023. Grand European bucket list adventure, and you're going to have to strain your eyes to see all the ports of call in this picture that we go to. I encourage you, please, to go onto our website to order a brochure so you can share this with your valued clients. It is going to be spectacular. But we haven't forgotten you. I keep talking about you coming to sail with us and you having this experience on board. We truly love working with you, all our valued travel partners. Working with us, we are 180 degrees from ordinary, but working and selling Windstar, working with us and selling Windstar is anything but ordinary. I do want to encourage you all to take advantage of signing up for our Travel Advisor Hub. We have sales collateral. We have an unbelievable amount of information that is really going to give you a comfort level to sell Windstar if you haven't sailed with us yet. And of course, we've got phenomenal access to our incredible FAM rates for you and a companion. When you go onto our Advisor Hub, there is a Star Specialist program. We give you everything that you need to know. You take a test, it's 16 multiple choice questions, and when you pass that and you make a booking within 120 days of passing your, or of completing your Star Specialist program, you will earn an additional $150 bonus commission. This is where you would go to sign up for Advisor Hub. Once you're in, you're going to see on the screen, you've got that blue bar, Why Windstar Agent Support. That is where you're going to find your advisor rates. Star Specialist program is where you're going to launch your Staff Specialist program. And again, this is where you're going to see your FAM trips. But I've got some exciting news for you. We really do need your help for Q1. If you are able to sell, book and deposit any clients 2 bookings to sail by March the 31st, 2022, you will earn yourself a free cruise for you and a companion. So this is called our Sell To and You Sail To. Look for the information on our Advisor Hub. If you want this information, I can share it with Anna at Clear and she can send it out to everybody. Advisor support as well. What do? Rather than have you waiting on the phone for any length of time, you're able to sign up for our Book Windstar Online, our online booking engine. And whatever our vacation planners can do, you can do. All you'll need to do is put in your Clear number or your IATA number and you can make reservations. You can add payment. You can add whatever you want to these bookings as if you're one of our vacation planners. I do want to encourage you to please see our special offers. This you will find on windstarcruises.com under the tab or under the button that says specials. Here you're going to see a whole lot of specials, but something that we come out with every Thursday is something called our 7 for 7. Every Thursday we put 7 cruises on sale for 7 days. They go from Thursday morning to Wednesday night, and the following Thursday the next 7 cruises go on sale. If you are a preferred partner with Windstar Cruises, these are combinable with your national account amenity. So not only are you going to give your clients a phenomenally discounted rate, you're able to encourage them to book with you and add on your national account preferred amenity that we give to you. For those clients who have a niche, or even if you've got people who travel solo, we normally charge a 75% single supplement. We have a list on this page here of many cruises where we only charge a 20% single supplement. So your single clients are going to be able to have those amazing experiences at a 20% single supplement. I mentioned to you Tahiti, where we have an all-year-round program. We have some great cruise, air, and hotel packages. The air would be from Los Angeles into Papeete and back. Because we bring guests in a day earlier, we provide them hotel accommodation at the Intercontinental. They do their beautiful cruise. They come back and have a day room at the Intercontinental. And of course, their return airfare, Los Angeles, Papeete, Los Angeles. I mentioned to you on our Star Collected Voyages, Here is where you will find a comprehensive list of all of them. And again, remember, we give free daily laundry if they're sailing 13 days or more with Windstar. Currently now we've got some other great special offers. If you have clients with future cruise credits, and many of them earned 125% future cruise credit, if they book to sail by the 31st of March 2022, we're going to give them a 20% discount, including their future cruise credit of 125%. For many clients who might not be able to get great airfare into the Caribbean, we're offering air and cruise packages. So again, look out for these specials that we have. And I have mentioned to you the Sail To, You Sail To. I do want to really encourage you to come and sail with us, but I also want to mention that currently now we have some great FAM rates. If you're able to sail in November or December, all we are charging you on certain cruises is just the taxes and gratuities. The cruise fare is completely free. Come and sail with us. We want you to have that experience. So with that, everybody, these are some of the experiences that we offer on Windstar Cruises. It's not just about, as I mentioned, sun and sea. Think about the unique immersive experiences, the UNESCO World Heritage sites that we take you to. And irrespective of the type of cruise ship that you book your clients on or that you come and sail with us on, you're still going to get that 180 degree from ordinary experience. We've been chomping at the bit. We want to welcome you all on board. Come and sail with us, book your clients with us, and I truly appreciate your time, everybody. And we're going to open it up for questions and answers if you have.
Thank you so much, Andrea. And we do have some questions coming in, and I invite everybody to keep them coming. Our first one is from Michael, who is wondering, what itinerary on Windstar would you recommend for a first-time Windstar traveler?
Michael, you know what Anna was saying to me, is there any questions that you might not be able to answer? This is one of them, because I really have to say it depends on the destination. As a first-time traveler, where does your client want to go? Really, we've had people that have come on. I've been to Alaska. That was these people's first cruise ever, not just first time with Windstar, first cruise ever. That was spectacular. Depending on where you're located, honestly, going to the Caribbean, having beach parties, because that's what we do. We lower the water sports platform. Is that what they fancy? Do they want to go to Iceland? Do they want to go to Greece? And as a first-time person, they will be amazed to meet the other guests that are repeat guests, because that's what they're going to become. First-time people become repeat clients with Windstar. So honestly speaking, Michael, I'd like to say it really depends on your client's preferences as to which part of the world, they want to experience first with Windstar. I hope it will be their first of many.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. Our next question is from John, who is wondering if you can speak to Windstar's groups policies.
I certainly can, John, but I would like to, this might take a little bit of extra time. I will, in a nutshell, tell you very quickly, we have a very robust policy. Very easy to work with us. We have two levels of groups. One is called our Star Group. One is called our Star Advantage Group. We give a 1 in 9 TC on both of them, and that's 9 guests. So once you've reached your 9th guest, you earn your TC on the 10th guest. We give $100 per person shipboard credit. 18 guests, we give a cocktail party. The difference between Star and Star Advantage is once you reach your first TC on a Star Advantage date, and we're the ones that determine the dates that are Star or Star Advantage, you will then earn $100 per person bonus commission. So that's the Star Advantage dates. We've got our dates, all the program details on our advisor hub, John. We're very easy to work with, but I will very quickly say we do not block space. So there's no risk to you, because we don't ask for any deposits, no money down, no risk to you. We give you a whole lot of rates that are guaranteed. Once you sign back and we give you a group ID number, we've locked in those rates for you, and it's for the lifetime of your group. So it is a very easy program. Your regional sales manager will work with you to help promote, to give you flyers, to give you extra shipboard credit. It's very easy booking a group with us. And thanks for the question. And John, as I say, reach out to me if you took my email address, and I can send you that information.
Wonderful. And it looks like we have just one last question from Diane, who is wondering if there are entertainment options on board.
So Diane, that's a good question. We are very low key. We're very laid back. I will tell you that we don't have Las Vegas style entertainment. So there's none of those theater and dramatic theater and shows like that. We do, depending on the ship, sometimes have a band where people can go and dance after dinner in our lounge area. We have a piano bar. We have singers on board, but it is not any of these, you know, flamboyant shows and Las Vegas style shows. So it's very, very low key on Windstar.
Okay, great. And it looks like those are all of our questions. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And thank you, Andrea, for all of the wonderful information.
My pleasure. And thank you again to everybody who joined us. We look forward to working with you, everyone. Thank you.
Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.